Hi, I'm here for Sound on Sound at the launch event for Novation's new Launchpad, so the Launchpad Pro. Thavius,
yes.
Tell us about this thing.
It's amazing, what can I say? No. Let me go into some detail, okay. So yeah, the Launchpad Pro, it's our latest device, and what's nice about it, it's not just a new Launchpad, but there's some very evolutionary features, and it really, I think, frees people up to play more creatively because you're not just tied to using a computer. You actually have MIDI in and MIDI out directly on the Launchpad Pro. So in the earlier demo, I was controlling my MIDI Nova without actually touching it because I'm just sending my MIDI note data there. I can play it using my note page here. That's actually on a drum rack. So if we go here, hit this button, now I'm in my external MIDI note mode. And any notes that I play are being sent out to my external MIDI device.
Okay, cool.
So I can quickly jump from that note mode back to my session mode. Oops, there. So now I'm controlling Ableton Live session view. But what's really cool is that you have these buttons on the bottom, which are brand new, and each one of these will let you go into either a momentary page that controls a certain parameter. If you hold it down, for instance, stop clips. Any tracks that are playing clips, I can hold this down, stop a clip, and then let go, and then that frees me back up. Or if I want to leave my stop clip button parameter available, just quickly press it. Now I have a 7x8 grid. I can still launch clips and then stop any clip whenever I want to. So, nice. And it works the same way for our sends, pan pots, volume, soloing, muting. So you have a lot of, the ability to control a DAW like Ableton Live and move through different sections so freely really frees you up to just perform and play. And that's kind of the whole point.
So then also there's the way that the volume and the pan work. It's not quite just tapping the one that you want. Is there something a bit different about that? It looked like it sort of
Definitely
moves up to it rather than...
One of my favorite features is when the original Launchpad came out, I was showing people how you could use a row of buttons like a fader. You can map a row of buttons to one parameter, and as you push different buttons, you'll jump, in value. But there was no smooth interpolation between values. You just jump from one value to the next. So with the Launchpad Pro, the velocity sensitivity applies to any of these modes as well. So I'm in my volume mode right now. I'm controlling my track volume. If I touch this hard, I jump to the minimum, right? If I barely touch this though, you see I gradually ramp up like that. Yeah. And depending on how hard you press it, you'll ramp up slowly, a little more quickly, make it immediate. So
that's based on the velocity.
Exactly, okay. Exactly. And that works for your sends. There we go. So again, slowly or as quickly as you want. So that's a really cool feature because I like the Launchpad for the fact that it doesn't force you to feel like you're missing knobs or like you're missing faders. It's about approaching it in a creative way, and then there's just a very innovative, outside the box approach to using it. But now you don't have to be such of a hacker. It's a lot easier to just approach and just start playing immediately. And if you're using Ableton Live, you have buttons on this side that will allow you to easily turn on your metronome, undo what you just did. You have a shift button here, so certain buttons have more than one function. The undo doubles as a redo button. You have a quantize button here, but if you hold shift, you can enable record quantization, so you don't have to constantly quantize things after the fact. You can easily delete clips, duplicate clips, double the length of a clip, so if you have a good 1-bar groove and you want to extend it to 8 bars, just double the length a couple times, so it's really intuitive. And then you have a record button here that allows you to easily start recording into a new clip or overdub into pre-existing clips. So it's a lot of functionality that wasn't there before, and it's right there at your fingertips now.
And it's pretty solidly built as well, isn't it? I mean, it's...
Yeah. You have a nice little rubber grip at the bottom, similar to the Launchpad Mini, but it's a little bit thicker. You have this nice kind of recessed sort of thing here so you can hold it a bit better, but it feels solid. It's not chunky, it's not heavy, but it feels substantial, It feels like a professional device.
So how much is it going to cost then, and when will it be shipping?
So we're looking at, in the US, $299, and in the UK, £229.
Wow,
so,
cool.
And in terms of shipping, I don't know the exact date, but we're looking around maybe summertime, so about 6 or 7 months out.
So do you want to show us how it actually works in practice? Give us a little demo.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So we'll start off with, get myself into my external MIDI mode, and here I'll be controlling my Launchpad, controlling my MIDI Nova, I should say. So let me see, are we ready?
Yes, all right. Sound on sound, here is my Launchpad Pro. 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 Pro.
Davies, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Take care.